And now we're live. Okay, there we go. So first and foremost, I want to apologize for the layout. The layout is abysmal. I know. It got limited time, etc., etc. But one thing that I do want to ask the stream, like, first and foremost, is who do you guys plan to max out first? Like, who's your 5 out of 5, like, dupe slut that you got? And second and foremost, we do have Khool here. So shout out to Khool. Thank you for joining me. And yeah. Oh yeah. So I think that.
Just watching your ad.
Oh, go ahead. What?
And I was just watching the ad.
Let me raise the.
Support.
Huh?
I was just watching the ad at the beginning.
Oh, okay. There we go. All right. So we should be good.
Yes.
All right. So I think that me and Khool agree and disagree on some things. And yeah, we barely hear you, Khool. Let me raise this volume a bit. Speak up, Khool.
Yes, let's try. Is it better?
Hopefully it's better. Yeah, let me know how the audio is. Cause yeah, that's probably important.
Yeah, good. Yeah, right. Okay, so I think the first question you said was, which unit would we prioritize when the system comes out?
Yes.
Right? Well, to be honest, it really depends on what your prize is in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Either you're a PvP player, either you're or you're like Guild Quest focused, or you're just casual and you don't really care, and you might go for units that you actually like.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for me, it's gonna be a really easy one. I'm just gonna go with TLA Soifun because I just love using her for any kind of content. She's just fast, she's very versatile, and yeah, and she's a Guild Quest unit, and I do a lot of Guild Quest, so Guild Quest Soifun all the way.
Yeah,
So it's TLA Soifun all the way.
I could definitely see that, especially with the fact that she has, like, when it comes to like raids and inheritance zone and stuff, if she doesn't have killer, she has a really tough time killing stuff. But with a massive SP boost and a massive attack boost, she's going to kill everything. Like, I don't think she's gonna have trouble with literally any content. Though
Exactly. So at the moment, I just run her with Senkaizen all the time, like one Senkaizen link. But with this, you don't even use Senkaizen. You just like run her naked and you're good.
Yeah, that's the sad truth too. Like as you can see here, this screenshot, guys. By the way, this is without any link slots. This is without accessories, mind you. This is 1802 base spiritual pressure Mugetsu. 1142 base attack. Mind you, when this dude has a tension tie, hollow bait and fortification pill, this guy goes up to 3900. I forgot the number. It was like 3942 or something like that.
You even need a tension tie.
1802
you even need a tension tie at this point.
times 2.2. Yeah, 3964. 3964 spiritual pressure. That's stupid. You don't need link slots anymore. You don't need to farm link slots. You don't need to bother with them. They definitely help because you'll only have like 800 stamina when you do that. So if you get smacked, you're probably dying. But either way, not even, because like you have 656 defense. That's, oh my god, that's crazy, dude.
But the thing that's very important is the 1000 focus, because the thing is, anytime you get above 1000, you get like 100% chance to crit.
Yes.
I mean, you get an extra 20% on every single attack you make.
Yeah. So the stat increases are as follows: stamina 1000, attack 500, defense 300, 1000 focus, and 500 spiritual pressure. And that's significant because the focus being 1000 means that no matter what equipment you give them, except for like Yukis and Pupples, you're guaranteed to crit. Do you know the multiplication, the multiplier for crits?
20%.
20%.
Yeah, 20%.
So you have a 20% damage increase at all times.
Yeah,
like
that's about it.
That's wild, man. That's wild. I mean, it's beautiful, don't get me wrong. But like, I've never thought that I would actually wail for dupes, and I'm probably gonna do like 400 to 500 on Mugetsu. I need 2 more copies for 5 out of 5, but then I need more copies to fucking go for that 1800. Like, why?
The thing is,
alright.
imagine Aizen, Muken Aizen, 5 out of 5, 800 base spiritual pressure. Oh, speaking of which, I think what's his name again? Mafia. I think Mafia has 5 out of 5 Yamamoto.
Oh, Yamamoto's gonna be fucking disgusting.
He's got a 5 out of 5 Yamamoto.
I know Zanzang's gonna be happy with his 5 out of 5 Muken Aizen. He might actually be able to kill a couple people with his first strong attack. I hate that first strong attack so much.
Yeah, no, but imagine the damage on the third strong attack.
Oh, fully charged?
After the half an hour. Yes.
With double tension tie? Wait, hold up. Would you want double tension tie or would you want the 30 SP? Like, because 30% SP...
You won't need tension tie at all.
No.
Honestly, you don't need tension tie at this point.
I know you don't need it, but it'd be funny.
The only thing that I want to try, and I swear it's true, I want to try to do what's his name, Mayuri. I got Mayuri the mine one, 5 out of 5.
Huecomundo?
Yes, and I've got some link slots on the first one as well. First link slot I got like level 10.
Oh, you leveled it?
And I want to try the. Of course.
Of course, I'm freaking weak.
I mean, some people have 10-10-10 gun.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know who has that though.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. I don't know how to do this.
Oh my god. Yo, dude, that's so sad. I just realized we can't get a 5 out of 5 column. That's fucked up.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Oh, you got him 10-0-0,
really
fully resurrected and everything. Damn, I need to resurrect more stuff, man.
Level 5. So that's the guy I want to do. Because the thing is, very little units in the game have only one hit on the special.
Oh, okay.
So instead of splitting the damage, everything is in one single hit.
I know.
So units like this guy
and Visor,
or exactly Visor, Ichigo, and stuff like that deal crazy amounts of damage. So this guy's been able to pull like 800,000 damage on a special. And with the new update, he's gonna go up to like 2 million or something.
Oh my god. Is the Dupe system already out? No, it's not out. Do we know when this thing goes live? Do we have that?
Probably the end of the month.
Yeah.
With the new banner, I suppose.
Oh my god. If that comes out with the new banner.
But that makes me wonder, you know, the new material, is it gonna be only obtainable from the Awaken Epic Raid, or are we gonna be able to get it from the normal Epic Raid shop as well?
I don't think they specified. They specifically said raids.
No, they didn't say anything about it. Yes, they just said Epic Raids.
And the Chronicle Disappointment quest. Did you farm that?
Oh yeah, that day one.
Seriously, bro, I can't.
Yeah, I'll finish on day one.
I got up to like chapter 2 and I'm like, this is trash. I never wanted to touch it again.
Now the only reason I do is for the tickets, so and for the orbs.
Yeah.
So usually what I do is every month basically I just get the first one, 25 orbs. The other one is like too much farming. And then I do the summon tickets because you can get up to a few like 4 to 5 star, some accessories, some break souls. So it's not too bad.
Yeah.
It's like a good combo. If you do this plus the PvP ones and the Epic Raid ones, you get like a good like 10 to 20 tickets a month, which is good.
Okay. And how many tickets do you use to get like the 25 orbs? Like now that you have already completed Chronicle Quest?
I think I'd say 30 tickets.
That's not bad.
30 to 35 tickets and you get the 25 orbs, the first ones.
That's not bad at all, I think. But you have to invest, of course.
Well, you gotta invest to get like all the way there. Like I think it's like 270 tickets, 300 tickets to get there.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, like, you just have to do the quest again and again. It's like the mission literally say, complete this one 20 times, complete this one 25 times. Like,
you know what's funny is like I'm so skimpy with my soul tickets. I literally do it 15 times and then I do it times 1 runs. Cause you have to do it once before you get the times 5 run. So like I'm like I don't want to waste an extra soul ticket. Like I'm very skimpy. Unless it's like Inheritance Zone, I don't want to do co-op because the lag is unbearable at times. But like yeah. All right, so let's go back to this dupe system. Let's go over by like the pros and cons of this thing. You wanna like say like 2 pros and then we debate that. and then go back and forth.
Right. Pros. Pros, I would say. It,
I'm not trying to put you in a corner, okay? Like, like my,
That's a tough question.
I'll say a couple pros. First pro, you don't actually need to summon on new banners anymore. You do not need to be like I know one thing that I have a problem with, and it's probably has to do with my gambling addiction. Is I feel like I need at least one of the new banner characters every single time a new banner comes out, at least.
Yeah.
But with this, it's literally unnecessary. A character like Fullbring Ichigo is going. A character with Fullbring Ichigo with 3 dupes is going to be better than most of your tech roster, unless like the rules specify you have to do this or this or this, right?
Well, to be honest, do we really need the new characters nowadays? Like for the past year or so, like if you get almost any unit, you're pretty much set already. Like you don't, there's not much power creep as we used to have in the game. Like year one was power creep banner after banner. Like every month, if you don't have the new units, you're way behind because the power creep was real. Year two, it was real as well. And then year three, year four now, it's like almost any unit is good now. If you have the right player advantage, the right attribute advantage, you play by the rules, you're pretty much good.
I think the issue is that you
once again, yeah.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, you mind, or do you want to finish? I don't mind letting you finish.
No, go for it.
So, my counter to that is a character like Fullbring Ichigo will be good literally anywhere he has killer in, like Inheritance Zone, Droplet Zone. But if he's not bonus in epic raids, he's trash.
True.
So something like this could level the playing field in a way, or in a sense, and actually allow him to be used despite not having quote-unquote bonus ×3 damage.
Yes.
So,
but at the same time, I don't consider epic raid to be like main game content. So to be like the main game content would be the general PvE. So it would be all the normal quests, the individual ones, the co-op ones. Epic raid is a different kind of quest. So for the reason why, if you're a new player and you come into the game, you're not going to go to epic raids. You're going to go do some co-ops, some casual co-ops. You're probably going to try and attempt to do some.
I'm sorry, that's too funny to me.
Like that.
No, I understand that. I think my big issue with this whole dupe system, or at least my main concern, is just the fact that with how huge the numbers are. Like, I think that the numbers are
way too huge.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, let me just get one thing out of the way. So people think that because I think this is a good system, I am advocating for KLab. Just to get things clear, I got a copyright strike from KLab, so I'm in no way advocating for this, guys. Trust me.
Yeah.
I got it here.
Yeah.
Copyright strike.
Yeah.
So no. The only reason I'm saying it's good is because here's the situation. You get a bunch of execs in a desk in an office in Japan who are getting paid like, I don't know how much they're getting paid, but the idea is like they're trying to make this thing generate money for years to come.
Yeah.
So before you release such a big thing, you gotta test it. You go through several stages of testing, approval, and everything. So trust me, they have tested the situation in the short run, middle run, and long run already before it even lands into our hands. So when they say this is what's going to happen into the game, that means they have already foreseen this in the future, in the next 6 months to 1 year, because we know for a fact that they have the next year's completely planned already.
Yeah.
So they see this in the long run. So if they put it this way, that means that they've already done the math and they know that it's not going to break the game. So I'm not saying trust these guys. I'm just saying trust the fact that they want money for the years to come. So, and they wouldn't want to break this what's it? It's like a golden crow or something.
Golden goose.
They wouldn't want to. Yeah, they wouldn't want to break it so early on, you know.
Yeah, you let the golden goose lay the eggs. You don't stab the golden goose's asshole and hope that one's still in there. So,
exactly.
like I do feel I'm gonna say this, like, I do feel like these stat increases are incredibly massive, especially for us because we're not used to something like this. Like, we're like, how much is it's like 62 spiritual pressure from level 150 to 200, right? And 102 attack. How much attack was? What's the resurrection?
I think it's like about 60 to 70 extra stats on all of them.
It's not this. It's not all the same. I know it's over. It's like 150 stamina, 82 attack, 62 spiritual pressure, something.
So on average it's 70.
Yeah, here we.
On average 70.
88.55. No, abuser. That's definitely wrong. I know that it's weird numbers, because I was looking at it and I'm like, why the hell is this a thing? But like all the stat increases were completely different, and having it be, but like it wasn't massive. Like, but this is incredibly massive. Like, stamina 1000 is literally an extra 100% increase for the most part for most characters. Attack plus 5.
It's like having another character. It's like having your character doubled up. Like, it's like double the stats everywhere, which is like massive.
Yes.
But the thing is, resurrection is not supposed to be seen in the same light that Transcendence is. Resurrection is more of a like move set. No, more like a skill and flight stat increase. So it's something that's like periodic, ongoing. That's going to take a lot of time. The goal for Resurrection was never to catch up with up-to-date units and be done with. So it's not like 6 stars where they try to catch up and and all the units would be 6 stars. Their goal is just to progressively revamp a little bit the old units in terms of skills, get like an extra hit on some of those attacks so that these strong attacks, red card, and then just roll it out progressively. So it's like an extra source of orbs, an extra reason for people to buy the packs, because they gotta sell them packs.
Yeah.
But the idea is like, they sell the pack and you don't have a character, boom, that's like 200 orbs or something.
Hold on, okay.
No, that's like 367 orbs.
Hold on, can I cut it? Because I completely misspoke. I didn't mean Resurrection, I meant the 150 to 200. The Awaken with the Hogyoku will. Yeah. Yeah, you started talking about old units, and I'm like, no, it was all units. But like, no, my bad. I misspoke. I meant the Awaken. We have so many fucking Awakenings now. We have 6-star. We have Awaken, Resurrection.
Everybody was expecting 7 stars at some point in the game. They were like, yeah, that's a natural progression. We're gonna get 7 stars, but no. And we're like from 200 to 250, or maybe 250 to 300, level 300, with like potentially like some stats increase from like 800 SP to like 900, something like, understandable but not too much. And then Caleb comes in and they're like, you know what, we're just gonna double this, and you know what, if you get it to level 5, we're gonna double it again. It's like, you got some more, you got even more.
The thing that weirds me out is that it's not like a progressional increase, it's literally just straight up. So like,
they're just slapping.
Yeah, like I know you have to grind for the little transcendent slot from level 0 to 10, but like it's gonna be so weird, because if you get one dupe, if you don't have any dupes, you pick one stat, and then you can only work on that one stat. It's not like Dokkan where you unlock a dupe and then you get stats to all around to the character, and then you can alter slightly things like crit, additional attacks, guard, recovery, and stuff like that. And then you like, for example, like the max stats, assuming you like max dupe a character, say you get like 5,000 tall stats. If you unlock only one dupe, you get like 2,500 attack, you get like 1,000 defense, 1,000 stamina. So it's kind of like progressional per dupe instead of just all goes to one particular location. Here it's one particular location, so you're gonna have a weird Chad where he has like 700. He's gonna have like 700 attack, and then he's gonna have like 5,000 stamina, and he's just not killable. Like, he's literally, oh my god, I just thought about this. Like, imagine like everybody just goes with like full stamina instead of attack, and then everyone in PvP like has like 8,000 stamina, so it's literally just soul bomb, and then whoever can paralyze lock for the next like 3-5 minutes like wins.
Yeah. Well, the reason why, like, the thing is, once again, in PvP you have lots of status ailments. If you take Chad, he's got paralysis. If you've got Noitra, he's got paralysis. If you've got Weaken, he's got weakening. So it's all about status ailments, and whether you have like 10,000 stamina or whether you have like 1,000, if you go into the Darius aim and deadlock, you're done for. Like I've got a match, like I've done a video on this. It's like Arniero won the three units on the other hand, on the other side, and he won. Like he just got all the soul bomb and he just won. He was like inflicting weakening, like getting his stamina back and everything, and he did it. Like he casually killing Noitra, weakened, and Chad, one by one.
That sounds so cool. I like cheesy shit like that. Like I love cheesy shit. Oh man, damn dude.
So once again, you may have the strongest unit, but if this unit gets paralyzed straight away, what is it gonna do? It's not gonna do anything. If it gets weakened, what is it gonna do? It's not gonna do anything. Like even with 10,000 attack, if you can only inflict 1 damage,
yeah,
that's it.
I mean that.
So,
oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, go.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, that being said, I still think that the way to go is gonna be just stack as much fucking attack as possible. Like, especially...
Yeah, so the idea is...
Oh, go ahead.
To kill everyone before the soul bomb.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
Ideally, you want to do it before soul bomb.
That, and you don't know if someone's gonna go with full stamina or full defense and attack regardless of whoever the hell you're facing, will always be dealing massive amounts of damage as long as your attack is, like, above and beyond their defense.
Yeah, one of the problems of, you know, the new accessory, like the NAD accessory, SAD accessory, it was that you would lose some stamina because of it. So people, the best way to run them is to have 40 stamina and the NAD item. That's in PvP. But now with the, well, if you have like increased stamina as well, you don't even need 40 stamina and 30 and the NAD item. You can just like 30 attack on the NAD item straight away because you don't care about the stamina loss.
Yeah. I agree with that. Oh, David's talking about it, the chat getting ignored. Yo, David, I'm sorry, bro. Like, I wanted to do this more of, like, a podcast style type stuff. So it's kind of hard to interact with the chat without, like, you know, isolating my guest. I don't know. I feel like that'd be kind of rude. So what's the rates? Is it going to be higher? Oh, they're asking about the rates and stuff. Me, personally, I'm actually... like, the thing that I'm glad with this dupe system is... their increase in rates, even though, like, I know that you got cucked. Cool. I know you got cucked for, like, trying to pull because of the 6%, but, like, you ended up getting all fucking fillers, which sucks. I know, I understand it sucks, like, but I think that it's going to be good for new players to have the potential of getting an actual roster of characters instead of only being able to summon from a limited pool every single time. Because as I tell, like, it's not just us that they care about, like they obviously want people to stay, but they also want the new players to feel like they're actually pulling stuff, right? So what was I gonna say? So I do notice that with the mid-month being 6%, I'm hoping that end of the month is 8%. Like, yeah, I'm really hoping
2% premium.
Yeah, I'm hoping that it's gonna be a 6%, 9 characters, and then 2% premium pool. So that way, if you get a premium pool character, you're gonna be annoyed. But at the same time, you got to understand, it's like, oh, that was probably going to be a 3-star, 4-star anyways. So, another thing, hold on to your 4 stars. They specifically said you can sell characters, but I don't know if they're going to actually make use of these 4 stars since they currently don't guarantee 5 stars. Like, you know how, like, when you do a multi, they always say it's, like, 4-star guaranteed? But 4 stars are...
Yeah.
4 stars are shit. Like, they're literal garbage, right? I don't think anybody gets happy about... Huh?
Yeah, but you can still farm 4 stars from the con bonanza. Sorry, the con events.
Yes.
So if you just do the con event, you can get like 3 Orihime or con basically. So you're just like you 25 tickets in there, you get like 20, 40 of this.
Yeah.
So
No, but my logic is I don't know if they're gonna weigh these 4 stars as if they're considered kind of like a dupe. Like, for example, in Dokkan, you have like SSRs, you sell the SSR for like 10,000 Baba points, but then you have like the SR units, which are usually utter garbage, but you can sell those for 500. So they're nowhere near as valuable as an SSR, but they're still somewhat useful to sell in a particular way.
Well, the easy way to do it is to just like keep the same proportions as to when you just fuse characters. So, you know, when you try to fuse units on a 6-star to just get the level caps. If you fuse like a 2-star unit, you're gonna get like 2,000 points or 4,000 points. If you fuse a 3-star, you get a bit more. 4-star even more, and 5-star you get a lot more.
Yes.
it could be the same, to be honest. They could just like use the same
proportion,
related numbers, same proportions, and just keep it for that as well.
Yeah, I would like to see that, because like right now, whenever like everyone says it's like multi versus singles, and it's like the rates are the same. It's just a matter of how much time do you want to spend summoning or whatever. Like that's literally what it comes down to. Though I just find it funny.
Well, the only difference is like when you do singles, you can stop at any point. But when you do multis, if you you just like spend the full 250.
You're completely committed to that multi at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
So someone's asking, explain to me what the purpose is with this dupe system, and what do you think their objective is? Money. Come on. What kind of question is that? So one thing I do want to point out is I was talking about how big these numbers are. Keep in mind that this is honestly like more future proof than anything else. Like as we're progressing, the character stats are getting even more inflated by the month. Like we had nearly 800 SP in December, which was like insane considering we had 782 spiritual pressure on U-Watch without Frenzy, and then we got Quincy Ichigo, which was 798 spiritual pressure, I think, with Frenzy. And now we have 802 spiritual pressure on Mugetsu. So like the natural progression of this game is just inflated stats over and over and over again. So I think that
but there's a difference between inflated stats and transcendence.
Yes. No, absolutely. But like the thing is, I still feel like they want to make a natural progression in case, God forbid, like we don't know what we're gonna be getting next year. Like next year, we're probably gonna get like characters with like 850 spiritual pressure, like casually. We're already getting 788 weekly, like every other week.
Yeah, it's gonna go exponential.
Yeah, so
we're gonna have like exponential stats.
Yeah, and we're already like. But back in the day, I was always saying like it's like okay, average attack is like 635 for a character with Frenzy, and now they're doing like 600. Now they're doing 788 spiritual pressure with 645, 650 attack, and I'm like this is a little extra. So like this is a premium pool character. What are you doing? And one thing that I was noticing is like this might actually get me to not want to summon unlimited banners, because there's a less chance of actually getting a dupe. What are your thoughts on that?
I see what you mean.
Like,
well, I just experienced it during the mid-month banner.
Oh shit, Teddy, I'm sorry, buddy. Yeah, no, my issue is like say Noitoro, for example, like his rates are like 0.67. I've gone 13,000 orbs without getting Banken, right? 13,000,
yeah.
$700 cash after already spending like 7,000 on the double chance banner. So like you're not guaranteed these time limited units, and there is no way of getting them through like a normal 6-star ticket, 5-star ticket, bracelet ticket, premium ticket, whatever.
Mark my word, I'm almost sure that with the amount of seasonal units that we're getting at the moment, we're gonna get like a premium banner for seasonals by next anniversary. Not the December one, the one in the summer. We're gonna have the normal one where you have the Fullbring Ichigo as the banner image, and then you're gonna have another one right below where you're gonna have all the seasonal units up to date with some like premium image of like the main unit that's gonna be on there. So you're gonna be able to pull from premiums from either the premium units or the seasonal units. You're gonna have the choice between two of them, because we're getting half the units we're getting every year are now seasonals or exclusive.
Oh, another thing.
For the first,
go ahead. My bad. I thought.
For the first time they gave us like 1,000 Blood War units in fillers, and that was huge. Recently, they've been multiplying the seasonal banners that we get. We get like seasonal selections. We never had this before.
Oh, that's true too.
So they're completely changing the way like they view seasonal. Seasonal is not seasonals anymore. It's just like they're seasonal when they come at the right season, and then they just come back random when they want some more money. That's it.
It's like, oh, here's these bikini banners for July, and it's like, oh, the bikini banners are now for August, just in time for the winter to start coming in. Oh man, it's K-Lab's something else, to be honest. I honestly, it's just so confusing to me. I am hoping that the extra rate stays Like, I'm hoping that it comes by a lot more often, which it seems to be coming a lot more often. We have 6% mid-month. We're gonna have 2 to 3 5% banners just this month alone, with Mugetsu's rerun being 5%, and then we also have this last 5%. We have the swimsuit banners coming as 5%, right? And there was another.
Do we have any fears in the Mugetsu banner?
We don't know yet. It's to be announced still.
Right.
Yeah.
Because what I'm wondering is Streamlabs going to be killing the 3% for good? Meaning that those individual banners would move from 3% to maybe like 4%? Or 3% plus 1% chance to get a premium unit? So that's going to be like another way of giving us the 4%.
That would be cool.
But it looks like they're trying to move away from the infamous 3%, which was actually better than a 6% when you want to get a banner.
Yeah, I completely agree. I still think that if you actually want one of the banner units, like the 3% for only the 3 characters in the pool, was definitely a lot more important, especially if like you're a whale and you want one character 2 out of 5, 3 out of 5, 5 out of 5, whatever. Because I do know there's a lot of people that, even before this dupe system was a thing, would go for the 5 out of 5. Like, yeah. Just because they can. I mean, like, I'm who are we to judge if someone wants to do whatever the fuck they want? You know, their orbs, their money. Like,
what's interesting as well is, well, it's a little bit off topic, but notice how they introduced the golden Yukis and golden Puffles, and maybe like a year later they killed them. So we have the net items and stat items that perform way better. So it's like, here's a new revenue for us. We have like new gold items, we have like special selections for those gold items, and the year after, by the way, how about we make a free item of this, which is even better? You can get like just like this, and
damn, dude, yeah, that got me thinking. Like, there's a lot of these selective banners for the gold accessories, and I think about it, and I'm like I need because I still need a blue and a mine gold chappy. And I want to summon for them, but at the same time, it's like if I get a blue gold Yuki, if I get like a mine gold Pupples, which I actually have, like if I get one of those, it's like great. It's like I can't use this. Like what am I gonna use this for? Autoing Inheritance Zone with my now 1800 SP Mugetsu that heals himself between rooms, like completely unnecessary to use. I feel like link slots at this point are not really necessary, but they're just extra at this point. Damn, dude.
Well, everything is extra at this point, to be honest. Like, if you just have the attributes and killer advantage, you're good. You don't need link slots. You don't need transcendence. You don't need any of this, to be honest. I've been doing some Senkamen with raid units. If you play by the rules, you don't need to have the most amazing unit ever. That's completely ridiculous. And K-Lab has created a system where he has specific set of rules, and character get like a huge boost from following those rules. So if you do epic raids, you get like ×3 damage if you have the right units. Obviously, they feature the new units, but you get ×3 damage, which is huge.
Yeah.
So ×3 damage is almost what you get with a fully transcended unit.
×3 damage.
And that,
oh my god, it's crazy.
And that is what the level 1 unit. So like a default unit gets ×3 damage in epic raids, which is more than what you can afford with a fully transcended unit.
Yeah.
What's it called?
It's just
insane.
insane.
You can get like ×4 damage, ×5 damage if you follow the rules, without needing any transcendence.
My issue with that, though, is like if you're a new player and stuff like that, you probably can't follow the rules. Like, you literally can. Like, floor 20, how many people, like, dude, I had, you know Urahara? You remember Urahara? Like, this dude was selling floor 20 runs. Because, like, people couldn't clear it. Like, he was clearing it with Mine Shinji. And, like, I understand if you don't want to, like, link slot a character and stuff like that, so you have someone else do your floor 20 run for you, or floor 15 was something that terrified me.
I've had, like, requests of floor 20, like, people DMing me about, like, hey, by the way, I've seen you doing it with Terry Shinji, do you mind doing mine as well? And I got, like, a pile of DMs for that one.
It's crazy. So, like, not everyone can follow the rules, like, to the extent, like, what's another good one? Floor 33 was a huge one that people were, like, stuck on for several months. Some people literally had to wait for the 5th month just for that, just to, like, get a Speed Senkaizen in order to clear it because they didn't have any Speed Hollow.
Yeah. Right, but you know, Caleb is just like laughing at this. They're like, guys, we know about this. We've been designing this for months in our offices in Tokyo, and we know that you're gonna struggle with this. So just give us your money already. We're gonna give you like Senkaimen selections. You can just pull on this. And the fun fact is, initially they didn't call them Senkaimen selections. They just like called them random unit selection. You're like, hey, let's have a casual banner where you have like Mashiro and
yeah. Like, I remember that.
33, but we don't even like state Senkaimen, so it doesn't look like it was meant to be. It's not on purpose.
I did.
And now they just don't care anymore. They're like, you know what? I think maybe our players are not that stupid, you know, they may have gotten that trick that we've got, so let's just like call it straight up like Senkaimen banner, so Tower of Forging banner, Tower of Order banner, so this way, you know, like, okay, they got us, let's be honest.
Yeah. One thing I do want to bring up is the free-to-play type side, the free-to-play side. I do think that there is like a free-to-play aspect to it, but I do think that it's going to cause you to want to save more than just to summon on everything that possibly comes out. Like, one thing to note is, like I was saying earlier, a Fullbring Ichigo max duped is going to be better than literally any tech unit that K-Lab comes out with, most likely. Like, because assuming you only get one copy of the character, that character is going to have 788 plus 500, so they'll have like 1250 to 1300 spiritual pressure, but that's it. With your Fullbring Ichigo with one dupe, which most people have by now, even free-to-play players, you're gonna have him with 1230 spiritual pressure and what was it, like 1100, 1200 attack. So like that character is gonna be able to put in work, even though he's literally 2.5 years old at this point. So like the thing to note is, as long as you have a character with a good kit and a PvE killer, you should be able to keep up with literally everybody else. Just make sure that you focus on what you want in the game. Because this is, in my opinion, the good thing about this is that grinding these Ascension slots is going to be, yes, it's going to be a grind. But in my opinion, it could be a good thing because it'll actually make you give a shit about the character that you raise. Right? Like, cool. How many 10-10-10 characters do you have that you don't ever use? That you don't use.
Just focus on the one I use.
No, it needs to be the ones that you don't use, because it's like so much wasted like grinding, right? It's like wasted grinding that you're like, right. but at the same time, like link slots are an quote unquote infinite resource, so you can get them whenever you want. I mean, it takes time,
so,
but
10 units that I use. The Lost Agent Soifa.
No, the ones that you don't use.
And the 3 in my
I can give 3 that I don't use.
The 45, 50 that I have that I don't use, let's just forget about it, really.
Yeah, like Power Mashiro. Like I have I link slotted my Heart Mashiro because I love Strong Attack Recharge Infinite Boost, and then 1000-Year Blood War Bankai Ichigo comes out and completely makes her irrelevant. And then I have like Watch, who's max link slotted. I don't ever use him. I don't even want to look at him. Oh my god.
Well, speaking of which, that's actually an interesting one. So, before Kayla brought up the Transcendent system, I came up with another alternative that I think would have been much better, more free-to-play friendly and everything. So, like, this caught me completely off guard, the Transcendent system. What I thought was, we've got link slots for character slots, good. Because the genius behind the link slots and character slots is that it's on a character basis. So every time there's a new character, you need to do it all over again. The grind starts over and over and over. Which, from a business perspective, is really good because they just keep you in the loop all the time. So the best continuity for that would have been to have link slots on accessories. So on your accessory slots, you would have had link slots, which means that you would be able to get even more out of the same accessories. And that would have been a bit more incremental rather than a completely overpowered like what we have at the moment.
It
would come with a new type of quest like the Inheritance Zone. It would be something where you farm the materials to grind those slots, and same as link slots, it would be on a character. So basically, it stays on that character. So from a business perspective, it's great. It doesn't require any dupes, so it's completely free to play friendly. You get a unit once, and you can keep on powering it. And yeah.
I do want to say I am glad we're getting a dupe system because it's something that I've been wanting for a long time. I was telling you earlier, I made a video discussing like a potential dupe system, and I got so much hate on it that I completely backpedaled from that shit. I even I don't know if I deleted the video, but I'm pretty sure I deleted the video too. It was like 50% dislikes, and I'm like, I just want K-Lab to be able to find a way to make enough money to get the whales to completely blow their load on only Bleach bracelets. There's a lot of whales that like play fake Grand Order, and they spend all their money there because they get more out of duplicates, more out of whatever the hell they summon for. I don't play fake Grand Order, so I don't know. But like, I want more whales to blow all their load on BBS simply because like the more money that K-Lab makes, the more inclined they are to trickle that down to the free-to-play player base. Like Dokkan, for example, they have so many fucking whales, and they literally reward all the free-to-play players, right? I got like 300, 400, 500 stones. I got like the equivalent of like 10 to 15 free multis on Dokkan just from the events alone.
You know, the only thing I'm worried about is BBS, just like the other gacha games, are businesses. And businesses need to make money. It's not just about being able to maintain the same level of money you make every year. It's about showing progress, because investors want to see that you're able to grow. And the moment that it shows that you're not growing anymore is the moment the game is going to collapse. And the problem for that is you have different ways to grow your revenues. Either you grow your user base, and with it you're going to have like this increased small percentage of players willing to pay in the game. Or you follow the K-Lab route, which is you just increase the amount of revenue streams. And lately K-Lab has been following a new game direction, which is we give you new content, but this content always has a twist, which is it has a pay-to-win component. So Guild Quest, every new banner we have this new Vortex unit that is going to be featured in a new Guild Quest as a bonus. St. Carmen, they have those paywalls, like 3 to 4 paywalls every tower. They have St. Carmen, they have Ordeals. In December, we're going to get the new version of... So we're going to have like 4 towers, and they're going to be able to feature new exclusive units, new paywalls that we're going to be able to get through those like exclusive banners. What's it called? The epic raids. Every time like you have half the units featured are the newest units, so you need to pull for this to have an advantage. Chronicle Quest, all of the new game modes have a strong pay component built in. Even the Transcendence system has a pay component to it. And the problem is, what this means is from now on, every new game mode that we have will be thought in a way that it generates more money for K-Lab.
Yeah. I do.
The problem is when the balance breaks, and it's a very subtle balance. I still think that Transcendence doesn't break this balance because, once again, it is pay to win when there's a paywall behind it. It is pay to win when you need this to advance for a quest. If you can't progress in the game because of this, if you can still do your everyday things without Transcendence, that means it is not pay to win. That's it. It's just like a commodity, not a necessity.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so touching up on that, I think that people are like gotta understand that when you get a new character, like if you want to commit to that character, because we still don't know exactly what the like it's mostly gonna. I'm trying to word this properly, because you could fuck up your wording very easily on something like this. Most likely, the resources that you use to actually level up this new Transcendence slot, because as you can see at the bottom, it's a very blurry picture. I apologize for that. It was taken straight from the stream, but like as you can see, like right there in the bottom left of it, it's a level 10 slot, right? So what that means is you're gonna have to level that up to 10 for you to actually get the huge boost that you see, and it's a very, very significant boost. But going into that, I don't know exactly how much it's going to be time locked. I don't know if you're going to be able to max out one slot every single month. I don't know if you're going to be able to max slot all of the slots every single month, assuming you grind enough, which of course is, like I said, it's going to be a very grindy process, which I'm completely fine with. Gives me an actual reason to play BBS. My issue with BBS is that sometimes all this stuff becomes like menial tasks to the point where it's like a job, and that part gets me a little iffy. And like with the limited at this point, BBS soul tickets for me feel a bit limited unless you're doing epic raids, because your souls tickets always recharge by the time you do like all the runs and stuff like that, which I think is actually pretty cool. I like that. But we don't know if you're going to be able to max out a character every single month. We don't know if you're going to be able to max out 3 characters every single month. We already saw that it's going to cost like 4 million or something like that to level up one slot. I don't even know if that's per level or anything like that. Did you saw that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's going to cost a lot of gold. Hogyoku wills, Hogyokus, the new
and the new Transcendence Scrolls, which come in 3 types, but that's another problem. But the thing is, remember when I first put 6,000 into the game, and we need like 3.
Hold on. You mind if I just finish my thought?
Yeah, go ahead.
My bad. Kind of like let's see. So we don't know exactly how badly they're gonna time lock it. Because if we can max out like several characters, okay, cool. So it's just another like link slots and stuff. Like you can do whatever the hell you want. But if it's time locked to you only being able to work on 1 to 2 characters at any given time, you're gonna be more careful and more inclined on focusing on one particular character. Because then you're gonna end up like me, who has a level 5 link slot on Uryu, a level 5 link slot on my Ginjo, on my Grimmjow. I have a level 5 link slot on like every single character. Even my Spirit Society Grimmjow still 555 because I pulled a better unit. Like, so that's my thoughts on it. And okay, let me pass that on to you, Khool.
No, I just said that I'm in the same situation, and I fully agree with what you said.
Yeah.
Exactly. So depending on the release schedule of this, and depending on how much material you can get every month, because the thing is, it is limited now, since you can only get it from 2 types of shops that only refresh once a month. So from the Chronicle Quest shop and from the Epic Raid shop. And the thing is, 90% of the items in those shops are capped, so you cannot get more than a certain amount, meaning that you will not be able to just fully max a 5 out of 5 unit. And the question is, just like Spite said, what are people gonna do basically? Are you just gonna focus on this one 5 out of 5 unit and try to max it all the way to the end in like 5 to 6 months, who knows how long? Or are you just gonna try and focus on that 3 first slots every month and have like one character with that like level 10 slot every single month? Because on the one hand, you would get like lots of buffed units, and on the other hand, you'd get like one super good unit, but that's it.
Yeah, and damn, dude, it's crazy. Because like that one character that you're working on is going to be so much stronger than literally everything you have, except for unless they have killer with ×3 damage or ×5 damage, right?
Yes, but the problem is, where are you going to use, if you focus on a single unit, where are you going to use it? Gear Quest, well, you still need to focus to follow the rules. Epic Raids, well, you cannot go into any Epic Raids because you need to follow the attribute rules. Inheritance Zone, same thing. If you're not the right attribute, you're not going to be able to go anywhere. So basically, you're only going to be able to do 20% of the overall content available in the game if you could focus on a single unit. So would it be better to just have like a level 1 level 10 slot on several characters of each attribute, rather than just focus on one character that you'd only be able to use 20% of the time?
But my issue with that is, if this is a time-limited resource, you can only work on 1 SP slot every single month, or 2 SP slots every single month. You know what I'm saying? Because since all these fucking scrolls are different colors too, and different sizes as well, you're only gonna be working on like maybe 1 slot, maybe 2 slots. Like you'll probably be able to work on like a NAD character and an SP unit. You know, because you're saying like working on several characters. And like I still think that the way to go would definitely be working on your PvE units, unless you're like a mega whale and actually care about PvP, like staying in the higher leagues. So like definitely working on like PvE units. So characters like Can For Your Own World Neliel, who has like Power Rancor Killer, and then you could work on like, well, I mean, I'm trying to see like stuff with like different killers, and then you can do like this Ginjo, who's Mind Hollow Killer, so you could take him into most of the droplet zones, and even though he might not have killer and inheritance zone or epic raids, like say he's not bonus, like you can actually make use of that stupid crazy stat boost that he's using to maybe bypass his disadvantage in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like working on different attributes and stuff like that. Because like I still think that a lot of people can have one character and do most of the content. Well, I mean, you could do almost all the content in the game, assuming you're still new, huh?
Once again, like I used the Last Agent so fun in almost every content I played, except Inheritance Zone since it's attribute based. But other than that, I just use her everywhere. And the idea is, I think it just gives an opportunity for anyone to just focus on this one unit really care about. If you're like a fan of like Yorichi, you can just like focus on that one Yorichi and make her completely broken, and you would be able to bring her to any type of content, regardless of how old she is, the character is, or whatever. Like completely change the role of the game for that one character.
Yeah, I know. I completely 100% agree with that. That's why I kind of like it, because in a way, it makes you really concentrate on that one character that you actually really like to play with. Because I know plenty of people that want to play as like Neliel, but for example, if they bring my Neliel into your epic raid, you're gonna be fucking annoyed. Like if you don't follow the rules, I get annoyed. I'm like, dude, I said bonus, please. Like, come on. It's like, why are you bringing this fucking Muken Aizen with your paralysis resistance so that you could bypass my lobby? Like, why are you doing this to me, man? Like, so like with this, having them work on one character, having like 1200 SP, now with like 120% SP bonus, you're gonna have like 3,500 SP, so I feel like you don't really need to follow the rules as much. Like obviously Guild Quest is a completely different situation because you have different bonuses that'll help, but I feel like even then you don't really need the killer as long as it's like strong attack damage times 2, or like, you know, because like to this day Soifon doesn't need a Rancor Killer. Like as long as it has strong attack damage times 2, she's good. I accidentally brought her with me to this Guild Quest because I thought it was still Tuesday, and I'm like, oh shit! I'm like, why is this map completely different? I'm like, where the fuck is Luppy? I need to put my vortex on this fucking guy, and it's completely gone. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I mean, I still scored 177k with Soifon, Tag Team Ichigo, and Power Byakuya because like I didn't know. I literally just randomly went in. So like I would definitely recommend working on like your quote unquote busted units, like the characters with incredibly good kits first, like Lost Agent Soifon, Thousand Year Blood War Toshiro, Hikone, like those characters. Literally, those 3 characters will carry you through the entire fucking game for the most part. Inheritance Zone, Droplet Zone, literally whatever the fuck you want to bring them to, they'll do well. And now with an extra 500 spiritual pressure.
But you know, one thing so I have to say, which is good from the implementation that they chose, is imagine if it was just like Inheritance Zone and you can farm it. Because when they first released Inheritance Zone, everybody complained that modders would just like get level 10 slots like instantly, and it would completely break the game.
Hogyoku will too.
No, but I mean like, what are we talking about?
Limited resources. I'm assuming you mean scrolls being locked or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Because when they introduced the 10-10-10s link slots, if you had a mod, you could just like get level 10 slots on everything and be done. And you could do this on almost every unit in the game because that was not limited at all. This time, since you can only buy a limited amount of materials every single month from a specific shop, whether you get it, because yes, people still mod
epic raids
and stuff like that. Yes, you can either get it in a day or you can get it in 10 days at your time. But like at some point in time, modders and non-modders will get to the same point where they will have all the materials they can get in a month, and that's it. So everybody will be at the same point.
Yeah.
And the good news is, the reason why it's not, once again, it is not pay to win or pay to play, is because you do get this free slot at the beginning. So that's at least something. and this one gives the best increase. So if you have an SP-based unit, you will want to increase spiritual pressure on that unit as a first slot. If you got a net-based unit, you will want to increase attack on this guy, and that is the biggest boost that you would get on that unit.
Absolutely.
So a net unit that you don't plan to use in PvP, you only need to increase the first slot, which is attack. Stamina is not very necessary because you're just gonna kill everything too fast. Defense, you don't care about it. Focus, same thing. Spiritual pressure, you don't care because you're gonna be running you're gonna be running chappies. So at the end of the day, that free link slot that you get at the beginning is more than enough on an attack unit. And on an SP unit, you may want to get up to level 2 to get spiritual pressure and attack for any kind of manual PvE content. But that's it. And even with just the level 1 slot, you get like an extra 500 spiritual pressure. What do you need more than this? Like, you've been running every PvE content with an average of 700 to 800 spiritual pressure at the moment, plus accessories, of course. So why do you need an extra 500? Like, you don't need any more. So like, even that first slot is more than enough.
Yeah. Another thing to note is, like, when it comes, like, keep in mind, guys, if you're like taking PvP out of the equation, it literally doesn't matter. Like, somebody having somebody having like 1300 spiritual pressure and 1100 attack, them just being in your lobby alone, I count that as a blessing, dude. I'd much rather have some whale ass dude with 5 out of 5 tag team Renji with like gold chappies, gold Yuki, whatever the fuck he wants to run, than a what is it called? What is his name? Like all arounder Bankai Ichigo with like nothing on. You know how many like level 150 no full soul tree like Ichigos join my lobby? Like, that's mad annoying. Like, I'd rather have somebody that's good, even if they put on auto. Like,
and also something that could be interesting is what's it called? Chronicle quests are not really that challenging. They're not really meant to, or like anyone can potentially complete them. The only problem is like only specific units get the bonuses, so it gets grind because it takes time, but it's not a hard per se.
Yeah.
Meaning that anyone can potentially get extra power-ups just using tickets, and at some point you will get all the materials needed. Whereas 10-10-10 link slots is something that still takes quite some time, requires some good units, some farming teams and stuff like that. So it is a more affordable way even for newer players to enhance their characters, to advance them, than things like link slots.
Yeah. Now, I do hope that... Oh, go ahead. My bad. I thought you finished.
You don't even need the... So, New York players, the biggest challenge as a New York player is the accessory grind. That is the nightmare. Getting the accessories to begin with, using them, getting all the materials for this, and then re-rolling. They don't have like tons of brushes at disposal. They don't have all this. So, New York players struggle for months to get good accessories, to get some stat increase. But with this, they just pull this new unit, they just farm and take the time to farm things like
Shinji's hat.
Things like the Chronicle quest, and boom, at some point they will be able to get materials that would enable them to be at some good level in the game very quickly. So in a way, for new players, that is not too bad.
Yeah. I was going to say that's actually a really, really good point, because there's a lot of people that don't want to do epic raids at all, and a lot of people that literally can't do it because they don't have the characters, nobody lets them in their lobbies, some of them don't know about Discord, some of them aren't even in the community, like the majority of these players aren't in the community at all, so they're literally all random people that are random, like they'll literally just pug everything. I mean, it sucks, but I mean, that's the nature of gacha games, right? Like, I don't know anybody that plays Dokkan except for, like, my community, because they're my community, you know? Like, when I was playing, well, I literally started YouTube because I didn't know anybody that played Bleach. I was literally by myself. Like, dude, the only people I had to talk to, and, like, I was literally talking by myself in the little chat with the people telling me to buy thousands and thousands of orbs for free. So, like, sometimes you just don't have that active community to help you with that. So, like, the Chronicle quest definitely could be a good thing to know. Khool like Spite doesn't know if he liked or not. What do you mean? Did I? There's like.
I think it's in terms of like, do you like the system or not? And
Yeah.
like I've made it clear, like I think it is. It was built in a way that is sort of balanced towards newer players, older players, towards pay-to-play players, towards free-to-play players. Like everybody's gonna be able to find something in this system. We've discussed about the new players. We've discussed about the pay-to like. The thing is, KLab is a business at the end of the day. They need to make money. So the thing is, imagine you got this whale who puts like 10k every banner, and he just gets like a bunch of dupes that don't have any purpose. So why would this guy continue to spend like 10,000k a month, which is good money for KLab, if he doesn't get any good value in return? So KLab still needs to be somewhat appealing to these guys, while not breaking the game. And at the same time, for free-to-play players, what they did is they gave the first one for free, and like if they wanted to break the game, they would have said, you know what, you can just have the same type of stats 5 times in a row, 6 times in a row. That would have broken the game. Because
oh my god.
If you had like a level 5 unit, you would just like stack spiritual pressure 6 times in a row, and you would have like an absolute broken unit. They didn't do that. They did it in a way that you need to go through all the different stats before you can get another increase on that specific stat.
Yeah,
and that is free-to-play friendly in a way.
My thoughts honestly was, okay, just get spiritual pressure on every single slot, but like I also didn't know that it was going to be like this massive of a boost. Like I was expecting marginal, yeah, like I think everyone was expecting like marginal increases, like link slots. Link slots is what, 60% of the character's stats in a way, assuming like everyone's around the same stat points, right? So it's like 60% like across the board, assuming you're not using like frenzy units or very, very old, outdated units. So like one person literally just said, he's like, seems like everyone, hold on, let me read this one. It seems every YouTuber is defending Kebab about this update. Strange. I think my channel has literally told you guys over and over again. I call Big KLab out on their bullshit. Their bullshit is that 0.5% rate for their anniversary characters. I call KLab out on their bullshit whenever they come out with every single seasonal fucking ticket that is a 20% chance for a featured banner. It's like, nice, you have to spend $25. And then on top of that, like, dude, whenever KLab does something bad, I call them out on their bullshit. Now, I'm not really too crazy hyped for this. Well, I mean, I'm crazy hyped for this duplicate system. Not completely happy with it, but like, what am I supposed to do? Just quit? I'm not gonna quit. Like, I love BBS. My issues with it is I think that the stat boosts are way too high. I think that a 5 out of 5 character is gonna be ridiculously I think it's gonna be too much stronger in the grand scheme of things when it comes down to like PvP. Like, I think PvP is gonna be a complete fucking shit show. But like, in all reality, I don't care, dude. Like, what am I supposed to do? Fucking, like, throw a fucking grenade at KLab? Like, I can't do anything. I'm not gonna do nothing. Like, I mean, like, literally, what are you gonna do? Like, the most you're gonna do is just quit. Matter of fact, like, this is actually, like, the sad part is that this is gonna make me actually want to wail more. Like, this, like, I spent, what, 200 for Stark, didn't get Stark, 700 for Bonken, didn't get Bonken, but I did get a bunch of dupes. Though, that being said, I'm also going to be a lot more selective on the banners that I summon on. There better be at least 50% chance of me to get, like, a good character if I get a 5-star, you know? Like, I'm going to go for, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I'm going to be going for, like, my 5 out of 5 Mugetsu, because he's coming back, like, but I already have him 3 out of 5, incidentally. I'm going to go for the 5 out of 5 Fullbring Ichigo, because I got him 4 out of 5, incidentally. Like, my thought process on this is, it's not necessarily a bad thing since it levels the playing field for most of these units that are actually pretty old at this point. But, like, old doesn't mean bad. Like, 1,000 Year Blood War Toshiro is August, end of August? Or end of September?
It is old. It is old.
2017. Still, like, top 3 red character in the entire fucking game. So, like, this is just gonna... And on top of that, like, you guys gotta understand that at the end of the day, you're not locked out of the massive damage bonus that you're going to get. Like, every single person has a 1 out of 5 unless you're literally retarded and don't see it. Like, so you're gonna be getting that 500% spiritual bonus. You're gonna be getting that 500 attack bonus regardless. Everything else is completely superfluous at this time. Will they come out with much harder content? Probably. But if you have like the thing is, understand that if you get like 2 dupes, you can go like SP and attack, or if they're an SP unit, if you can go like attack and stamina if they're like a NAD unit, and then that way you can actually.
It's reasonable.
Yeah.
2 dupes is reasonable. It's not like crazy.
No, one dupe actually. Cause one dupe. You just need 2 copies of a character. Like, God forbid you like go in like 5,000 trying to pull every Can for Your Own World 3 unit, and then you get like 2 Salaporos and a Stark. It's like, okay, now you have a 1300 SP Stark and a 1300 SP Salaporo with 1100 attack.
Which is a good trade-off.
Yeah, exactly. So like I think that one thing to note, and one thing I'm going to keep in mind now whenever I do several videos, is whether or not I think that they're worth actually concentrating on as like, what's the word I'm looking for? Because like one of the things I say in my reviews is, oh, this character should be link slotted, this character is not really worth it if you have better options. Another thing is whether should you summon on the banner to begin with. Because a big thing was, it's like, oh, the fillers that have come out so many times before, like Speed Raruka, Tech Yamamoto at this point, Tech Aizen has been filler quite a few times.
Talk about Ginjo.
And
please stop.
Dude.
I can name you quite a few.
Yeah, so like these characters that you've been getting multiples of, like due to you just straight up just simply summoning just to begin with, are gonna be incredibly powerful. One thing that I really dislike, and the only thing that I don't agree with, is that last 6 slot. I think that 6 slot is way too strong. What do you think?
I just think it's unnecessary, to be honest.
Yeah, because
it's like, what would have been interesting is, to begin with, the way I envisioned this was to have like potentially a 10% increase of the specific stuff. So that would be like having a 4th link slot, which is like half of a 4th link slots. But between 10% and 20% increase of each, that would have been good for this. Not like 500 flat or 1,000 flat, which is a lot. And for the last one, it would have been potentially like an extra percentage, so maybe like an extra 5%, which is a good thing to have. It's a good bonus, but it's not breaking everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one thing. Oh, go ahead.
If you look at like, but once again, no, it's not this. It's once again, one thing people tend to forget is, you know, we have this impression that out there you have like tons of whales, that we're in the middle of the ocean, and so many people have like 5 out of 5 units left and right. It's not right. I posted on in a community post, like all my SP5 units, level 4, level 3, level 2, and they're not that recent. They're not that useful in terms of what I can get with Transcendence. Like, even with this Transcendence system, like, you're not gonna have like all of your neighbors who suddenly become like giant terrific beasts around you. No, that's not true. First of all, it's going to take a lot of time to be rolled out. It's going to take a lot of time before you see like the actual monsters showing up. And it's going to be very, very marginal. So this one guy may have like a 4 out of 5 Thousand-Year Blower Ichigo. This other guy may have... So it's going to be like one guy is going to have this unit, one guy is going to have that unit. And if you just look at Discords or Reddit, you're gonna be like, oh wow, it's everywhere. Everybody's got like a super strong unit. But if you look at everyone individually, they will have like this one flagship unit.
Yep.
And that's the truth. And you will have this one flagship unit as well.
I love that. Like, I think that's so cool. Like, you get to pick one character that pretty much defines you. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Perfect example. Back when Extreme Co-op came out, everybody wanted Speed Halibels, Dangai. No, not even Dangai, because Dangai was outdated at that point. But like, everyone wanted like Speed Halibels and a healer like Parasol Nanao. So like back in the day, we were literally going, like, we were talking to people and we're like, oh, this person has Parasol Nanao already built up with link slots and stuff like that. So we would literally go to that one person. So it's gonna be really cool to see the, like what you're saying, like the whole flagship stuff. Like, it's like one character that defines you. You know, like
And the thing is, you know, because it's gonna be like so much work for a specific unit, don't expect everyone to have like 20 of these units powered up. So, like, there's one comment that is interesting, which is, yes, are people actually gonna stop summoning for Dupe specifically? Because the problem is, KLab is releasing new units 2 times in a month. We get like 60 units every single month. And those units are even more up to date. They have even more like better kits, better stats, and everything. So it's a never-ending grind to be honest. Like, imagine you got like this unit, you like it, and it's got good stats, good kits. So Stark, for example, Country on War Stark, his tech. You are investing on him, you are doing everything, and then 3 months later, we're gonna get like this Bargain. Imagine Bargain is tech as well, and he completely destroys Stark in every point. You're gonna be like, oh wow, I just invested everything on Stark, and now Bargain is even better. Like, I wish I actually put everything I have on Bargain. And then 6 months in, you're gonna have the Stern Meters into the game, and one of them is gonna be tech, and he's gonna obliterate everything that's been there before, like new mechanics, new things, and everything. And you're gonna be like, that's the unit I want to invest in. So the thing is, the way it works is, by the time you get to a reasonable point with your unit in terms of the Transcendence system, you will have new units out there that you will want to pursue even more than that one unit that you've been working on.
Yeah.
And that's the reality of it.
I'm gonna do a hold on. I'm gonna do a preemptive. I apologize if my dog starts barking. My dog upstairs, I hear him barking, and I see my other dog that's under my feet picking up his ears as if he's ready. I'm like, nah, chill. Okay, you can continue. Sorry about that. Just wanted an ear rape warning. Oh man, that's also a good point, like, to bring up. It's like you might want to also work on like one character, and if you could work on a second, you might be better inclined to hold off and wait for a character you definitely want later on in the future. Like, I know a lot of people are looking forward to Bambietta. A lot of people are talking about like Asnot, maybe an eviscerated Byakuya. Like, I think that'd be pretty cool, just having like a bloody Byakuya, maybe a dead what's his face? Fuck, maybe a dead Jushiro, like with Migi coming out of his like neck and shit. Like, yeah, so like so we definitely have a lot of content to go through in Thousand Year Blood War from like every single Stern Ritter. I think they might start. I mean, it's completely possible, and within the realm of possibility, they'll remake some characters as well. Like, we already have the, what is it, southeast, or no, southwest.
Yeah, we're gonna have another Yamamoto as well.
Yeah, so like it's completely possible that they'll do that.
Version,
yeah, so like you might want to be inclined to save.
You know how you said earlier that you have like units that are like 555 or 500, like all these units that you've actually started working on the slots, and then like newer units, better units come out, and you're just like, you know what, you're not worth it anymore. Moving to the next one. And I wonder if it's not going to be the same trend as well, because KLab is not if there's one thing we can give them, is they're not holding back on good units.
They're not.
Like, look at how they did it. Like, they gave us Anniversary, then they gave us like 1000 Year Blood War Round 5 as part of Round 2, and then straight after they gave us this Noble Banner. That was insane.
Oh yeah.
That was like a lot of powerful units back to back.
Not even just that. This fucking Kuchiki banner is amazing too. The freaking Koga's insane. Koga's literally Stark and Sapporo having a baby. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's wild, dude. And Byakuya 1200 radius as strong attack 3. Sapporo has it. Stark has it. I was gonna say Grimjaw again, and then this and then even Koga has it. It's crazy.
You notice how Did you notice how they're bringing back Havoc? Like, we thought Havoc was a dead skill, and now they're bringing back Havoc on like those OP units already. Like, Stark is having Havoc, Koga is having Havoc, etc., etc. So it seems like we're moving to, like, having a full screen third strong attack was the thing to have. Like, if you had third screen full screen third strong attack, that was great. Now it looks like people are going to be demanding for a 1200 radius on that one, and potentially like a 600 to 700 radius strong attack too, etc., etc. So once again, newer units are going to be always much better, and I think at some point people will be like, you know what, actually I just need like one level 10 transcendent slot
Yep.
on each of the units that I like, and that's more than enough because there's not enough challenging content. Because this is the level of difficulty of the content in the game right now. And this is how far we can go with power-ups at the moment, including link slots, accessories, using advantage rules and bonus. With Transcendence, we're going to be even here. So even if they raise the level of content that we can have, the difficulty, they will like potentially match up what we can do with
Yeah.
the maximum of today, maybe a little bit above, but never going to match like 2 stories above to get to the level where Transcendence can be.
And I'd argue that
Because we're already like way ahead.
And I'd argue that we are already getting characters that are like really, really fucking powerful. Like you have like the OP clan literally soloing epic raids. Like they were soloing awakened epic raids with Soifan. They're soloing this epic raid with Power Aizen. And Power Aizen's he's good, but he's not that good. Like, but with the bonuses and like the stuff that he can put out, like I don't think Power Aizen is a broken unit by any means. I think he's good. I think he's great, but I don't think he's crazy because he has a vortex which slows him down most of the time. You know what I mean? You might have a different opinion because you're like more of guild quests, but like I prefer my character to be more like Hikone with his second strong attack, just annihilating everything in front of him.
No, it's just that my view of Power Aizen is very special because I've struggled so much on floor 20 of Ordeals that.
Oh,
me,
I'm
like,
sorry. That's tough, dude.
Look at Aizen like the savior every time I think about him.
Damn, man. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. I to this day I still get a lot of comments and shit like that, like telling me about floor 20, and I'm like I'm sorry, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Like I literally can't help you. like I'm sorry.
No, I got him now, but trust me, the moment I got him, it just like changed everything for me.
Oh, absolutely. I pulled
like 40 minutes on a single level. You just do it in like 3 minutes.
Yeah, like I like when I pulled was it floor 25 I think is for Chad, right? Or is it floor 24?
25.
Yeah. Like I didn't have Chad when that came out. So I was struggling my ass off. I forget who I was using. I think I was trying to use Quincy Ichigo. I think I tried using Raruka. I tried everything, and like I eventually got it, but I don't even remember who the fuck I got it. And then I got him like right after this, right when Senkaimon was like ending. No, I actually got him from the fucking Tower of Ordeals ticket. No, I got him from
By the way,
the orbs from the summons, because he was in the banner. Now I'm remembering that. Yeah, fuck, dude, that was a good stream. Oh man, it's too good, bro.
That is a very good point, by the way. Tickets. It's like the only way to win something in this game is to just stack all the tickets you get for like 6 months and only pull all the tickets during anniversary. I literally pulled Mugetsu on day 1 from tickets, and Spike did it as well.
Yeah, I did.
No joke, like I did it, you did it. So just stack all those units. Just stack all those tickets and pull them all at once, so you get better chances to get the newer units that you missed on, and you can potentially get the new anniversary units.
That's true. That is 100% true. Like I remember D pulled anniversary Ichigo from tickets literally like a couple hours after the stream. I'm like this fucking guy, you know. I spent so many damn orbs trying to pull that bastard, and then like the same thing with Mugetsu. Like
1,000 blood worth Kisuke out of a 0.0006% ticket.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Tickets definitely work. Like they don't expect to get like 5 stars every multi you do on the tickets, but if you stack them and pull them all at once at periodic times, so every like 6 months, it is definitely gonna improve your account. Trust me.
Yeah. Like the play really honestly is hold on to your tickets until like a character comes into the premium pool that you like. Like don't bother summoning your like tickets when it's time limited banners on time limited banners, because like there's gonna be a less of, I mean, sure, you're gonna have a higher chance of pulling what's currently out, but like if you wait for a new banner to drop that goes into the premium pool, like that's 3 more characters. That it might not sound significant, but it's possible, and that possible is all you really need. Like unless you're a new player and desperately need new characters, like as long as you can clear all the content, if you can clear like Senkaimon, if you can clear Tower of Ordeals already, just hold on to your tickets. It's not that big a deal.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, is it? I don't know if there's anything else we didn't really touch on.
I think we've covered quite a bit.
Yeah, I don't know.
We've covered the fact that we've covered the who is this for, the transcendence system,
Mm-hmm.
and how to look at it. Whether you're a new player, a veteran, whether you're a casual player, whether you're guild quest focused, whether you're PvP focused, whether you're just a casual player, whether you pay to play, whether you're a free to play. I think we've covered all the angles, to be honest.
Yeah. So let's bring this to chat. Chat, is there any questions that you want us to ask? I'll pick a question, we'll go over it, and then you pick a question, we'll go over it, and we'll just take turns a little bit.
Yeah.
What if I get that itch to summon? Go get another game and then summon there. Reroll. That's the most I'm gonna tell you.
Oh yeah, one thing. Like yeah, that's the important question. The only thing I'm not too sure about is, are people gonna feel like they need to pull more and more and more to get dupes on a banner, or is it not gonna have that much of an impact? So is it that people are gonna be like, if I get dupes while pulling on a specific banner, it's all the benefits, but otherwise I'm not just gonna go ham on this unless you're PvP focused and try to have your meta units, blah blah blah. What do you think?
I don't think so, because like I do feel like getting one copy of a character that you really like is nice and all, but I feel like it'd be better in your interest, assuming that this is a limited resource that you can only get a specific amount of per month, that you should work on a character that you actually enjoy playing as, instead of like just concentrating all on PvP, unless, like you said, you're focused on PvP. So I don't think that it should incline anyone to summon more than normal, unless you're a whale with like the resources to actually do that. Because like, if this is a limited resource and you're already concentrating working on one character, and then you move on to another character, and then you move on to another character, that you're gonna end up having a bunch of like level 2 slots over and over and over again, and then you're gonna say, like, the thing that's that I'm going through in my mind is, what's keeping me from just going back and working on one character when I keep pulling these newer units, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if oh, go ahead.
No, continue.
Especially if the rates for the characters is going to be pretty much standard at least 6% every single 2 weeks.
Yeah. That's crazy, by the way. Well, when you think about it, every 2 weeks we have a new banner. That's like a crazy rhythm.
Yeah, oh yeah. But like, that money train.
Yes.
Oh man.
No, I had something in mind, I completely forgot.
You want to pick a question?
Yeah, so let's just look at the question in the chat. So, if this system is taking place, will KLab increase the summon rate? Yeah, you just did that one.
We talked about this.
6% on mid-month and 8% on end of month. Now the question, do you think this new system will give another chance for shafted units like Heart White?
No.
The thing is, if you like this unit, no, it's not going to change the kit of the character, it's just going to increase the stats.
Yeah, no. my answer to that is absolutely not. I'm sorry, Heart White is still going to be trash. Okay, let's see. Should I summon for the Mugetsu? I'm 4 out of 5. I'm doing it. But I'm spending at least $400 to $500 for 2 dupes, so... you could get lucky, you could get shafted. Like I said, I've gone 12,000 orders without pulling Banken. Like, that's all you need to know.
Sorry I just remembered the thing I was... Yeah. The problem that I have with Transcendence is visibility. What I mean is, we still don't know what KLab has in mind for us in terms of harder content. So we do not know how we need to prepare our units, how we need to build our units, how many units. Like, we still don't know how we need to be strategically speaking about this new system, because the new content for it is not available yet.
Yeah.
So do we need to have? Do we need to have one unit of each attribute, one unit of each gear? Do we need to focus on a single unit? So what is it that we need to do with this new system? Like, why would we need to have this much buff on a character? What is coming next?
That question scares me the most out of everything, dude. It's like, is this system going to be necessary? I think that's
the thing.
Yeah.
That is the big question. If it is, the question is how and what why is it going to be necessary?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would basically give us the direction this needs to take, and this will probably answer the question of is it pay to win or free to play? Because at the moment, right now, free to play players don't care about PvP. Let's face it.
Mm-hmm.
Free to play players don't care about PvP because if you want to be in higher leagues, you have to spend orbs. That's the reality of it. So as of right now, and I will say it, this Dupe system, this incense system is free to play because there's no reason to just do it. There's no reason to just like super buff your unit except for collection purposes or because you like the unit, but that's it. Now the question is what's to come in the game. The next stage of harder content will determine the direction this is gonna give us for the game. This will determine whether it's gonna be free to play or heavily pay to win. Right now, it's not.
Yeah, as of right now. But like,
as of right now,
my issue is if it becomes necessary to actually have at least one dupe. At that point, like let's be real. All right, guys, especially you in the chat, like that are saying like this is the worst thing ever and whatnot. Let's be real. A character like Lost Agent Soifon is going to excel at almost anything in the game regardless. A character like Hikone is going to excel regardless of most of these, most of like the stuff that's going out. Like, a character's kit is going to matter infinitely more than a character's stats. Hikone claps Yuwatch's pedostash's cheeks, bro. Yuwatch will try to touch Hikone and get extinguished. Like, that's just the nature of how the game has gone. Like, sure, spiritual pressure. Yeah, I love Hikone. Hikone is absolutely insane. But like, I mean, to be fair, I still think that they made Hikone busted. Not even because he's busted in the story, but because like nobody cares about Hikone. If Hikone was like as bad, if Hikone and Grimmjow changed kits, literally nobody would care about Hikone. Nobody.
Yeah. Like the only reason to care about him is long stride and
Sprinter +2.
Yeah, Sprinter
+2. Yeah. And then he has tag 2, and then he has 1,000 Year Blood where Toshiro's kit to an extent. He just doesn't have the strong attack 1. Oh my god. Hikone is so amazing. Yeah, but like, and then you have Mugetsu, who's like pretty much on that level as well. And now you're having these Can't Fear Your Own World characters, and even this Kuchiki banner with like 1,200, like...
The Kuchiki banner is worthy of the end of month. Like, these characters are really insanely good.
Yeah, and even...
It's not like that filler banner that you put in the mid-month and you just, people think like, you know what, pull them when they become fillers later on. And no, that's a real legit banner.
And these mid-month banners have been like progressively getting much better. Like, you're having Hiyori with Flurry now, you have... Lisa's okay. Hachigen's actually really good. Like I think he's pretty good. Like he's pretty damn good. His first and third, he's literally like Aizen. Like he's like literally like Power Aizen in a way, except for speed. I just wish he had a different killer than Yamamoto. Oh my god, what is it with speed and hollow killers?
Oh.
Shoto, you're right. I got 3 Soifons, so that's gonna be good. Yeah, I mean, you're like every character is gonna have very similar SP at this point. Like back in the day. No. Now, oh, go ahead. What were you saying?
No, I was just reading the question in the chat.
Because I'm gonna bring up Mine Shinji, for example. Like he's still a very good unit to this day, and he has 680 spiritual pressure. Like he has under 700 spiritual pressure, but since he has a good kit, it helps him out tremendously. And now with a plus 500 flat stat increase to his SP, that 1180 spiritual, is that right? Yeah. That 1180 spiritual pressure is a lot closer to the 1250 spiritual pressure like average now. So like you're closing the gap as well. So like characters with good kits, even if they have like low SP, they're gonna be catching up a lot quicker, which is good. I think that's good.
Yeah, so at some point it's just going to be like any unit, because right now for like since a year now the kits have been almost the same for every unit. You have the they're almost the same. Like you have the lunge, a beam sword attack on the SA2, then like full screen SA3. It's pretty much set in. So like every unit, it has some sort of a similar kit with the same kind of AOEs and stuff like that. So at some point, it's already started. Like any of these units right now is more than enough.
Yeah,
I you can just like stop summoning on the new banners, focus on the one unit today, and if you just like completely max them, you're good for like a while.
Oh, I mean,
and that was a comment I read, until they bring in Awakened Transcendence.
Awakened Transcendence? Oh, you're talking about like the next step or whatever, right?
Yeah, that was.
I can't keep up with this shit, dude. Like, I even said Resurrected for Awakened, or whatever the Ascension is for this, is it Ascension? Is it Awakened? I don't even know what it is from 150 to 200.
We have Resurrected. Ascension.
Is it? You see, I don't even remember what it's called. It's so old.
Release.
Yes, no. Release. You're right. Release. That's it. Wait. No.
No.
I give up.
Wait.
Release.
Can someone help us in the chat, actually?
I don't even fucking know. I literally just maxed out my Toshiro, Shunsui, and Jushiro today. Like.
Let me find a 150 unit. Or I have one. Yes, release. Okay. Exactly.
Okay, so you have the 6-star Awaken or whatever. No, the Evolve.
Those are weird, to be
Evolve,
honest.
Release, Resurrect, Transcendent. Like, oh my god, I give up. It's too much, man. Yeah. So I mean, like, obviously, it's just natural progression of the game at this point, and I think that overall, I do see the good in this system. My issue with it is it depends on how KLab will implement the next type of PvE content in this game. Like right now, I think that this is going to be incredibly busted at the start when there's currently nothing to really make use of this literal just raw power. Like, but like is it pay to win? I don't think so. Because like if it's time,
no, not at the moment.
If all of this is time limited, like I'm very much in the circle of. If everything is busted, nothing is. Everything is literally, like, on par with each other.
Well, look at 10-10-10s. When they introduced 10-10-10, everybody felt like, oh, PvP is going to take a stall now, and that's going to be crazy and everything. Yeah. And now everybody's just like 10-10-10 in PvP, and everything just stabilizes, and that's how it works.
And
when you bring destruction to a new system, it just, like, disrupts it temporarily, and then everything just stabilizes.
Exactly. I was gonna say that too. I'm like, yeah, 10-10-10 absolutely broke like PvP for a certain amount of time until everybody actually got, what is it called? Everybody got access to everything. Because back in the day, it was every Inheritance Zone wasn't green, blue, red, mine, purple. When it came out, it was okay. Technique potions for one whole week. And then we didn't.
For the month.
Yeah.
And then the next.
No. For 1 week. For that month.
Yeah.
Like you had 1 week to farm those potions, and then next month was a different attribute, and it's like you have 1 week to farm this. And that's why modders were able to like completely like start overwhelming stuff, and then you had, and then they finally came out with the whole 1 week, but you have different colors every single day, which I thought was perfect. I thought that was perfect because it's like, okay, now I get 2 specific days. One of them is a weekend that I can just concentrate on one thing. I do think that it sucks for like the like what is it for UK and America where it's like you have Friday as one of the days with like 3 different potions. I do think that kind of sucked when it first came out because it was still only for 1 week that month. It wasn't up until literally 2 months ago that we have Inheritance Zone open every single day, which is even better. Like, I love it. I still get comments saying it's like, oh, it's like you're a modder, and I'm like, Inheritance Zone is open every single day. Like, I can literally grind Inheritance Zone non-stop until my like soul tickets run out. Like, it's really not that difficult. Oh man. Okay, so let me see. I have 10 more minutes before I actually have to leave. You want to go over any questions, or any questions stand out to you?
I was reading chat, seeing if there's any question in there.
Oh, here it is. What if KLab puts the scroll for sale? I'll buy it. If they put scrolls, I would much rather them put scrolls for sale than potions, because I don't need any rainbow potions, thank you.
Oh yes, So remember when they first introduced 6 stars, and they rolled it out to the first few units in the game. So you had like Grimjo, you had Yakuya, and the rest. And the first question people had was who to 6 star first, because we had only very limited Hokyuku.
Yeah.
And we couldn't farm this. It was something that you got like once a week. You would get one from the weekly orders, I think, and like PvP in the higher ranks would get one as well a week, and that's it. So you had to choose who to 6 star or not, and this looks like it's the same like rolling
Yeah,
method.
I agree. Same thing with the level 200 increase. Like you had very limited Hogyoku wills. Like I remember I was in a voice chat with like four other people, and those 4 people were modding. So like I'm busy like sitting there like grinding, like trying like literally manualing, because there wasn't really that many people that could actually auto content back in the day, because this was like this was before link slot potions, I think, right? Do you know? Yeah. So like I was literally like manualing running these runs, and I did like I think I did 70 to 100 runs, because this was before ×5 tickets. I did 70 to 100 runs before I got my first Hogyoku will. And I'm hearing these people just modding, and they're like, oh my god, it's like, oh my god, another Hogyoku will. It's like, oh look, another Hogyoku will. And they had like back-to-back runs, and I'm like, this sucks. I'm just like, this sucks balls. And you have to like do raids with like 3 bosses in it, because that was the highest chance you could get at a Hogyoku will. Oh man, damn dude, I was depressed farming that shit. I didn't even want to play the game, and you could like I almost quit, dude. Like I was making, I think it was like $100 per month on YouTube. I was putting in like 7 to 10 hours on the game every day, just grinding, trying to get like fucking potions and shit. It was horrible, man.
That looks like me at this right now,
Yeah, but like,
that rings a bell.
Like, but I feel like things are nicer now, because like you have the ×5 runs, so if you really want to, you can just do a quick, dude. Like I did a video literally saying it's like do your dailies in 10 minutes, not even have to worry about the game that much. Literally burn 30 tickets into the resurrection rings, then just do one ×5 co-op run. Do your guild quest. You only need to do 1 run with like a half decent score. Like you can stay in A1, like in A1, as long as everyone in your guild scores at least like 170 daily and misses a run. Like you can stay in A1. Yeah, like my guild is, well, like we consider ourselves casual, and we do 170 run like 6 times a week. Like take a day off if you need a day off, you know what I'm saying? And if you have a problem with like in real life, like you really need to like take off, like, just let me know. That's it. Like it's not that deep, and we stay between like A1, A2. Like what's the difference? Maybe like 10 orbs between like once a month, 2 times a month. Because like it's very rare that you get orbs.
Even S-League guilds are not doing as well as they used right now, because Guild Quest is becoming a little bit too pay to win right now. And the thing is, the top players have been players that have been using like those same units over and over again, because they don't get the newer vortex units that give you an unfair advantage. And at some point it just gets too tiring to just like try so hard on this, because you don't have the fancy new units. And that's why and that's like a big sign. The former top 1 player of Guild Quest, new type, left. He just completely abandoned Guild Quest like a month ago.
Oh my god, I hate.
And he was number 1 since day 1.
The thing that I hate about seeing that is like you can see like the player wear out, and like I think that's a huge thing, and I see that a lot. I see that with Tor Crunch on the time that he I think he got cucked and stuff, and he was like very frustrated. He's like, I don't even know why I play this game. He's like, I only play this game for something, and I'm like, dude, just take a fucking break, bro. Like you don't need to go hard or anything like that. Like just take a break, just relax. Like and I do that too. A lot of people are like asking me, it's like oh, it's like you don't even play this game that much, and I'm like, I don't. I play this game because I want to, like, I play this game specifically, I do my dailies, but like whenever I pick up the game, I record a video and stuff like that, I have fun doing it. I still have fun doing it. And that's like how I find like a way to not wear myself out, stress myself out, not really put so much crazy effort. Like I see a lot of people putting all this effort into like doing stuff, and I'm like, bro, don't make yourself, don't put yourself into like a state of I don't want to say depression, because I feel like depression might be too strong of a word. But like I remember last year I was working, like I did like a 10-15 minute PvP video, and I would edit out the loading screens, I would edit out this, that, I would put like a soundtrack on it, and like my editing was, I didn't know how to edit to save my life, so I ended up spending like 2 hours fucking editing and rendering a fucking video for like $1. And I'm like, damn, dude, like I'm literally working for 10 cents an hour. Like that's crazy. So like I'm like, you know what? I'm sorry guys if you don't like it. You don't have to watch the video, but I'm done editing this shit. If y'all don't like it, it is what it is. I love you guys, but like this is what I'm putting out, and if you like it, great. If you don't, like there's plenty of other content creators, you know. And I, like that way I was able to get my mentality back in check, just completely fix myself up. No depression, no nothing. Because I was really depressed at that time, though. That was more like I wasn't taking time for myself to like... Now I'm going into this whole other tangent. But like, yeah, no, like I did, like I wore myself out, and yeah, it was not good. And I wasn't dealing with like to that day, I think it was like my dad was dead for like a year and a half. And like eventually like not dealing with it, like completely crushed me. Like it was bad. Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, so ever since then I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna go casual with BBS, just relax. Like you still grind Inheritance Zone, it's not that big a deal. Like just do what you want, you know.
The only way to stay in this game, and any gacha game in the long run, is when you feel like there's too much strain on yourself, too much stress, just take a break from it, or just don't go casual with it. And to give you an example, like lately, this is what I've been up to. I don't know if it's going to show on the camera, but this is literally what I've been up to.
This guy,
I got this one.
Yeah, no.
I got like piece of the North Star as well. I got like.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I want to show.
You cut out. You cut out, by the way.
I'm like on episode 200 in like.
Yo, dude, you're cutting out really bad.
Oh really?
Your mic is cutting out really bad.
Hello, test.
Yeah. You said you were like watching something, but it cut you out.
Yeah, no, so like I was watching One Piece as well, because
One Piece is so good.
Like 300 in like a week and a half, 10 days. So like I'm trying, I'm going hard on it.
I've been there.
I'm still active on BBS. You need to take it back.
Dude, I watched literally like 400 episodes of One Piece. When I first started watching it, I watched like 400 episodes within the first month. I was completely addicted. And yo, dude, I cried like a bitch. Like every other episode is great. It's great. Oh man.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. One Piece.
But yeah, don't wear yourself out in any of those games. Like literally, and I have a video like I've played it. You know when Bleach Mobile 3D came out? I was really happy about this game. I did play quite a bit. And the thing is, like, you just realize it's just about like power up, and that's it. That's all the game is about. And if you just go too hard at it, you're just gonna get so tired about it, and you're gonna just, yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
That's it.
I think the biggest thing. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Play it, enjoy it, but don't go too hard on any of it.
I agree. I was gonna say the biggest thing when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, it's a fucking mobile game. It's a fucking mobile game. If you're not having fun with it, you shouldn't be playing it. Like you should be playing. Like there's so many other games out there to play. And like one thing that you brought up was skin in the game, and like your like how much you invest, and you feel like you need to continuously play that, bro. Like I spent at least like 4 hours every single day on Summoner's War, and then when I cut it cold turkey, I cut Danmachi cold turkey, I cut cutting Alchemist Code cold turkey. I cut so many gacha games that I invested so much time and money into. But like whenever you cut it off, yo, dude, it feels so good. Like, cause you no longer have that stress holding you back. It's a weight. If the game starts becoming a weight on your back, leave it.
And you know the problem, because you're getting like everybody's like, it's like the gold rush right now. So every company is trying to create a new gacha game about like this anime and try to get some screen time from you on their game. So all these companies are now fighting for your attention. Because let's face it, everyone playing a gacha game plays maybe 2, 3, even more at the same time. And the question is, how do you divide your time? Every company wants to have all of your time to themselves, so they're going to try and build in mechanics that will drag you even more and more inside the game.
I think the thing that I love the most is a lot of people ask me, it's like, oh, do you recommend this game? Do you recommend this? Because I play a lot of gacha games. Like I played Alchemist Code. I played, I'm playing Epic 7 right now. But like one thing that like I do get asked, should I play this game? And like I always say this, and I stand by this statement. No, I would never recommend a gacha game. I would say if you want to
like, don't even try. Don't get inside any of them. Like don't get.
Yeah. It's like
that's it.
Would I recommend it? No, I don't. I don't ever recommend any gacha games. Not even Bleach Brave Souls. I don't recommend any of them. I mean, I like the game. I personally like the game. I'll play the game. I'll tell you. I personally play the game. I personally like the game. Would I recommend it? No. Absolutely not.
To be honest, what I would really like to see is a new wave of games, which is completely different from gacha games. So the way I see things is, hopefully at some point these gacha games get heavily regulated because they are like gambling. So if they get regulated to a point where it's not profitable anymore to just be a gacha game, we will shift from a in-app purchase, but like so premium with in-app purchase model, to a subscription model. And I would be more than happy to actually be put like $4.99 a month in BBS to just keep playing, and you don't have any way to buy extra stuff from the game.
I can see
like
that.
Just like a subscription base. Like you pay like $7.99, $11.99 for Netflix every month, and you spend more time on BBS. So why not having the same kind of subscription, for example, for BBS? And so the idea is like everybody's going to be on the same level.
Yeah.
If you pay that subscription, you're on the same level. No one's going to be able to be like pay to win. It's going to be like everybody, and it's just going to be about skills, and at least you have.
Yeah, and re-rolling your accessories. I think that's a very good point, and it brings me up to, what was I gonna say? It's like the subscription model. Fuck, dude, I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm tight. Yeah, because like I pay a subscription for Netflix. I pay a subscription for Spotify. Oh yeah, and no, what you were saying with the time invested in the game. Yo, like one thing to note, and this is huge, guys. This is huge. If you spend more than like 10 hours in a mobile game, cough up the $1 to like $3. You have no idea how many times that $1 to $3 has literally saved someone's account. One of my friends, Greg, he was saying that the company lost his Epic 7 account. And like they couldn't find it, and he was giving them all the information, all this and all that. I literally called him on my phone. I said, "Yo, bro," I'm like, "Have you ever spent money on this game?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay, look up exactly when you spent that money. Find that order number, the date, the time. Give them that. If they can't find it with that, then they should, that's definitely a problem in their system, and they have to find it." Literally, I called him like an hour later, and he's like, "Oh yeah, thanks, bro. You saved my life." They got it back within 20 minutes. He got his account back. It's crazy. Good customer service, by the way. 20 minute return and shit like that. It's insane. But yeah, no, I mean, yeah. Ah, man. All right, I do have to get going though, because it is my time.
Yeah.
Is there any comments you wanna say?
No, that's about it for this one.
Alright, cool. Like, damn, this stream actually went longer than I thought it would be. I thought we were gonna, finish within, an hour or something like that. This is a, what do you call it, a big topic, though. I do think that, oh, man. Heart Tsukishima, Dad, do you love me? Spike gets triggered. Bro, we both get triggered. This nigga has more Tsukishimas than I do. Shit.
I got 16.
I have 11. We're gonna call this a stream. My dog's sleeping on my pile of dirty clothes. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right, so we're gonna leave it at that. You know, this guy's grind on. Catch up with me. Stay blessed. Thank you for joining. I apologize for the lack of interaction with the stream chat. I just don't want to be disrespectful of my guest. And yeah, so this is Khool. Feel free to check out his channel, Khool. Simple Google search, and you got him. Like that's all you need. I'm low key jealous because I'm like, do I show up for spiteful and then it's like definition, and I'm like, no. I'm like, I need to change my name.
Like hairdresser stuff in when you type Khool on Google, so I'm not sure if that's better.
Oh, damn. Well then, oof. But yeah, no, your YouTube channel like shows up, so I'm like, oh, that's good. You know, lately, I think brand awareness is always good. But yeah, so that's our overall thoughts on this dupe system. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. It has some questionable aspects to it. I do think that it could be good overall, like for future proofing this game. This is definitely going to bring a huge revenue stream to BBS, which in my opinion, the longer BBS lasts, the better. I guess that's pretty much all I gotta say. Anything else cool?
That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, that you left a little thumbs up, and well, best of luck with this new system, I guess.
Yeah. Oh man. Let me see if there were any donations. I don't think there were any donations during this. Yeah, no, there's donations. Okay, good, perfect. All right, so stay blessed, y'all. Thank y'all for thank y'all for joining. Thank you so much for interacting with the chat. I saw a lot of people answering everyone else's questions. I appreciate that so much. And yeah, y'all have a good night. Stay blessed, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.